This is your kind of critiques of your first video, some tips and some things you need to kind of pay attention to prevent a lot of stress and discomfort in the class. First of all, let me go through some special notes here. There's some things you're going to see in Blackboard and in Connect that frankly I can't explain either. They retooled the course over the summer, and there's some things there that don't make any sense to me. First, let's talk about the peer group critiques. You have to critique someone else in your group. Sometimes the other person doesn't submit a video, etc., etc. It's a non-graded assignment. Look at the other person's video, critique it like you would be me, and say, okay, well, I thought they did that well, they didn't do that one so well, these kinds of things. It's not graded. Don't go nuts. You don't have to file anything. You don't have to write anything. Just kind of go through it as an exercise. The other thing is the Learn Smarts. Now, those are to your advantage, so do take advantage of those, but they kind of make it look like they're assigning you points. That's just for your benefit that those points are listed there. They are not part of your final grade. Your final grade is comprised of discussion boards. There's 160 points there, 20 points each discussion board, and there are 16. There are 740 points in the speeches and the speaker critique, and there is 100 points in the speeches, in the exams. 20 points each. There are 5 of them. So that's where your points come from. That's what your grade is going to be based on. What else? Outlines. Please read the directions. Generally, there are 2 outlines, a speech outline and a preparation outline, and label each one. When you send it to me, it must say preparation outline, speech outline. I can't tell what you intended it to be because some of them don't even come close to what the models, the things in the book, what it shows you how to do. So I can't judge it, and you need to get a lot closer to what the textbook is showing you as what a speech outline and what a preparation outline ought to look like. What else? Discussion boards. If it says answer this kind of information, I'm looking for more depth in some of the answers than we've been getting. So make it a point to give a little more depth in your answers than you've been giving for the most part. Then it also says, and respond to at least one other person. All right, you don't have to respond to more than one, but some of you are doing that. That's fine. A response doesn't mean, yeah, that's cool. That's not a response. Read what it says. You're supposed to offer some support or some additional information or tell them something they may be overlooking. So read what the instructions are. I've been very liberal so far against my own better wishes, and now I'm telling you we're going to start kind of cracking down on how we grade the discussion boards, and I guarantee you people are going to leave points on the table. We've already had instances where they did the part where they had to do something, but they didn't do the second part where they had to comment on someone else. So make sure you do that and not leave points on the table. All right. You will see that as the speeches start to come now, you'll have to have sources, bibliography in your speech. However, in the speech itself, if you say 10 people are killed each week in traffic accidents in Indiana, the fact that you have a bibliography source in your notes is of no value to the class or to anyone hearing you, including me. You must say, according to the National Safety Council, according to the Indiana State Police, or 10 people are killed each week in traffic accidents in Indiana, according to AAA. So you put it before, you put it after, but it's got to be immediately part of whatever the fact is. If you make a statement of fact and you do not source it in some way, and I don't perceive that you're the world's leading expert on whatever it is you're talking about, then I'm going to be screaming, what's your source? Where did you get that? And that's going to hurt you grade-wise if you start using situations and not sourcing it. Also, you'll see later on that they have visuals. Now, we've had a couple of phone calls already about that, so let me kind of go into it. See this shot right here? Inch or 2 above the head, bust line right through here. All right, this is the only shot I want to see. And when you are doing that shot, that's all I want to see. Now, if you have a visual and you're going to hold it up. Notice I'm going to hold up something that's 8.5 by 11, and if I hold it up, can't even see the whole thing. Now, if I put it in front of my face, you can see it, but it's not very good. Now, you don't want to, you can kind of do this, but what you do not want to do is do not zoom to it, do not move the camera. Once you establish this shot, this is the only shot I want to see for your entire speech. When you use a visual, send me a copy of the visual. All right? And if you use a PowerPoint in your speech, show the PowerPoint to your audience, but send me a copy of the PowerPoint and I will look at it, and so I'll know what it is you were talking about. Do not zoom, do not move the camera, don't pan left or pan right, and don't zoom in or out on anything. This is the only shot I want to see. Now, introducing your audience. They come into this shot, establish this shot. All right, they may have to lean over a little bit if they're too tall, or they may have to step up a little bit if they're too short. They look at the camera and say, my name is Keith Klein, and I'm 120 years old. 1, 2, 3, leave. The next person come in immediately. All right? Now, let the camera roll for about 5 seconds before you start the first person through to let the camera settle. When the last person has introduced him or herself, you walk into this shot and start your speech after you get all the noise in the room quieted down. They have to be seated. Look down and see what it is you're going to start off with. Look at the camera, take a deep breath, and go. Okay? Do not start looking down. Today I want to talk to you about. Then look up. Don't do that. Start looking into the camera. What else did I want to say about that? You all make sure that you have 6 members of the audience. If you don't, your grade will suffer severely. In fact, it's considered a failed speech because you did not meet the minimum requirements. Outlines. Do not forget, when you send me something, you must send it from your Ivy Tech email address to my Ivy Tech email address. I've told you in the syllabus, I'm telling you again. If it comes from other than your Ivy Tech email address, I will not accept it. If it's required information for your speech, it will affect the grade you get on the speech, possibly causing you to fail the speech. Second point, I see that some of you are posting your speech outlines in Connect. Now go back and read the syllabus. It says, I do not read anything that's connected to the course that you do not send me as an email. You attach your speech outline, your preparation outline to an email message you send to me. Do not post anything in Connect. The only things you will actually do in Blackboard will be the discussion boards and the exams. Pretty easy. Everything else, send it to me. Your Ivy Tech email account to my Ivy Tech email account. I'm getting some emails already from Gmail. You must make sure your Ivy Tech pretty well assures that your name is on there so I know who it's coming from. But some of the other stuff I'm getting, it's just a first name. I have no idea who you are. Sometimes it's some kind of a email code name. I have no idea who that is. The other thing is, if you have any questions at all, call me in the office. This is communication. The written stuff is in the English composition. You can write all kinds of messages back and forth to English teachers. They love it. I'm a speech teacher. I want to talk. Talk to me on the phone. I can solve things a lot faster when you call me and we talk on the phone. All right. I think that is just about it. And we're going to start critiquing each of the speeches individually by your fantasy name. Let me just say that on the fantasy names and the IDs, good job. You guys have all come through. We got it all. We got everything we need, and it was done well. All right. On the actual submission of things, pretty good. If you have a problem, let me know. But don't wait till the last minute because that just amplifies every kind of problem you could possibly have. I think we've covered everything. Make sure that your name is on everything. Make sure in your emails even, after you put in the 122 and the COMM 101 and the 83N, after that, tell me what it is you're sending me. Speech outline, preparation outline for speech number 2, preparation outline for the processing speech. Okay? Make it easy on the old guy. All right, let's go. We're going to pause now, and we'll start with the second video on YouTube, and that'll be the one that'll have the critiques of the speeches. But to just give you a flavor, I'm going to go through one real fast. This is morning, and morning, you need a lot more light on your face. I can't see your face very well. You have the wrong shot composition. The camera is bouncing. You're bouncing a little bit too. Stand still. The shot is too far away. I can't even see your eyes. And in a speech class, it is absolutely essential that I am able to see your eyes. You have good communication, and you're a good storyteller. And this was a very good first effort. But all that technical stuff is going to cause you problems getting it into the kind of format it needs to be in and getting a good grade. Also, you were way short on length. The speech was supposed to be 3 minutes to 4 minutes in length. For my purposes, with slop time, that's 2 minutes and 45 seconds to 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Yours went 2 minutes and 13 seconds. So morning, you need to do that. Also, you need to kind of fix those technical problems. Your outlines were in good shape. Those worked pretty well. All right, we're going to take a pause here. We're going to switch to another tape, and we'll talk more when we come back.